Do you remember this meme?
80,000 के शूज है, 80,000 के, तेरा घर जाएगा इसमें.
This is worth 80,000 Indian rupees, and your house will be sold to buy these, in which people made fun of this video. But the shoe that the MC Stan was talking about was actually 80,000. The name of this shoe is Air Jordan. February 2024. 6 sneakers of Air Jordan were auctioned, and do you know how much these shoes were sold for? $8 million, i.e. 67 crores Indian rupees. And the amazing thing is that this was not the first time, because last year in April 2023, Air Jordan 13 was auctioned. An auction was conducted and these shoes were also sold for $2.2 million, i.e. about 18 crores Indian rupees. And the most surprising thing is that despite being so expensive, they go out of stock within a few seconds. The question arises that Air Jordan, why are shoes sold so expensive? Why are people crazy about these shoes? And why did the National Basketball Association ban these shoes? In 2020, when the world was struggling with the COVID pandemic, the sales of every category of the sports sector went down. But Air Jordan had achieved growth of almost 20% even in those difficult times, which had generated Nike $3.7 billion of revenue. But the question arises that what is the secret of its success? Now, most of the people might be feeling that maybe the quality is very high. No doubt, the highest quality material is used in making these sneakers, and the designs of these shoes are also quite innovative. But are they really so expensive that the price of a pair of shoes reaches thousands? In a sense, the thing that makes these sneakers so expensive is the legacy of Air Jordan. And this legacy was not created in 2 to 4 days, but behind it are many years of hard work, planning, and a lot of strategizing. This is the beginning of the story of Air Jordan. It happened in 1980, when in the basketball field in America, Adidas and Converse used to rule, because all the popular basketball players of that time, like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, used to wear signature shoes of these two brands. In a way, the meaning of signature shoes in basketball is to make that player its brand ambassador, because during the game, that player wears shoes of the same brand, and in return, the company pays him money. And because basketball has been popular in America since the beginning, it has been one of the most popular sports, hence every company manufacturing sports shoes wanted to enter this space. During the 80s, Adidas and Converse had already become an established brand, while Nike was new and was looking for a star player. Not only that, but the biggest legend of basketball history, Michael Jordan, also till then could not make any special identity for himself. But they say that only a jeweler can taste a diamond, and the work of a jeweler is done here by Sonny Vaccaro, who used to work in marketing for Nike at that time. Sonny saw Jordan in his college playing basketball in 1985 and recognized at first sight that Jordan was going to be the next star of this game. Now in 1984, when Jordan got selected in NBA, Sonny Vaccaro wanted to give his Nike contract to Jordan only, although it was quite difficult. It was a risky decision because Jordan was not a big player at that time, and even though he had not played any professional game till now, Sonny somehow convinced the Nike's management to work with Jordan, but still Jordan had yet to be convinced. Actually, like most of the youngsters of that time, Michael Jordan was also a fan of Adidas, hence he used to say that he should get the first contract of his career from Adidas only. But Adidas lost Adolf Dassler during that time, due to which the company was going through a bad phase at that time. And also the top management of this company wanted to deal with a player who was taller than Michael Jordan. Hence Adidas did not make any serious offer to Jordan. After Adidas, Jordan had another option, Converse, because he had used Converse shoes throughout his career. Now Converse made an offer to Jordan, but he did not like it, because Jordan wanted Converse to create a completely new range of shoes, as well as involve him in the design and innovation of shoes. But Converse was already working with star players like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, so they did not give so much attention to a new player like Jordan. The result was that Jordan even rejected Converse's offer. During all this, Jordan was being approached again and again by Nike, but he was ignoring them because for being a new company, later Jordan's mother insisted on reconsidering the Nike offer. In their meeting, both Nike and Jordan did not have an idea how tremendous history they were going to write. Nike offered him $5.2 million for a 5-year contract and 25% royalty on all shoes. The best thing about this offer to Jordan was that Nike was completely open to his suggestions. That is, he could keep involving in the design and innovation of these shoes. So he immediately signed this contract. And this is how the legacy started, which continues till today. Now, because Nike was taking a huge risk on Jordan, they also had some conditions. The condition was that within his 3 years in the NBA, Jordan should be in one of these three. He will have to achieve one of the achievements. First, Rookie of the Year award. Second, All-Star award. And third, he will have to maintain a game average of 20 points in the NBA season. And if Jordan is unable to achieve any one of these three achievements, then Degesh. This contract would have been terminated, i.e. now the entire pressure was on Michael Jordan, and work on making shoes was started with these conditions. Also, this new lineup of shoes got the name Air Jordan. Air because Nike uses air in the sole of its shoes. It fills the shoes by compressing them, due to which it felt quite lightweight, and also increased its cushioning. Nike named it Air Sole. After many experiments in 1985, Nike launched Air Jordan 1, and it was completely different from other basketball shoes of that time, because at that time, almost all basketball shoes were completely white. But the Air Jordan 1 was made with a combination of black and red, due to which it caught everyone's attention. Even so, everything was going according to the plan, but with fans, it also got the attention of the NBA authority, where they banned Air Jordan 1 as soon as it was launched. Actually, at that time, the rule of the NBA was that all the shoes had to have 51% of white colors, whereas Air Jordan 1 had only 23% of white color. The very first upset for Nike was to get banned like this. Now, if there was any other company here, perhaps it would have quietly changed the color of its shoes to avoid controversy. But Nike saw this disaster as an opportunity. They made a commercial saying that even though NBA banned these, but they cannot stop for wearing this. Nike asked Michael Jordan to wear the same shoes in every match. However, for this, Michael Jordan was fined $5,000 in every game, which Nike was able to bear without any problem because the publicity of this controversy was more valuable than these fines. Friends, the truth was that the Air Jordan 1 was not banned but was only penalized. And Nike had deliberately spread the rumor of this happening through its commercial. The bet they had made on Michael Jordan also turned out to be completely in Nike's favor. In fact, the condition that Nike had set in the contract was to achieve one of the three achievements. Michael Jordan achieved all three of those achievements in his very first season. Michael Jordan had made millions of people crazy in the very first season of the NBA. The result of all this was that within just 6 weeks of its launch, Nike sold 1.5 million Air Jordan 1. Their target was to earn only $3 million in first 3 years, but Air Jordan 1 was so much popular among the people that within 1 year its sales crossed $126 million. It was such a big success. Behind the success of this, not only Michael Jordan or Nike, but brilliant design was also a big reason. Actually, friends, late 70s. Hip-hop culture started in America during the 1950s, and the artists who used to make hip-hop music, funky sneakers became an important part of their style management. Hence, their fans also started wearing sneakers, and thus in America, a sneaker culture started. Within the United States, these people were known as sneakerheads. These people did not just buy sneakers to wear, but they also made a collection of them, just like hobbyists collect cars and bikes. The most special thing about sneakerheads was that there was a competition to buy new sneakers, and as soon as a new sneaker was launched in the market, they would immediately buy many units of it and sell it to other sneakerheads at the asking price. Due to these, the price of these shoes would increase from 100 to 1,000 times. Nike knew if they had to win the heart of sneakerheads, they have to prepare for the Air Jordan lineup. They kept it clear that they will focus on the performance as well as the looks of their shoes. Because when Air Jordan was launched, sneakerheads went crazy about its design and look. But friends, this success of Nike could not survive. And Air Jordan 2 was a flop product, and it came to an extent that contract between Nike and Jordan was also about to break. Nike used two of their best designers, Peter Moore and Bruce Kilgore. Peter Moore designed the Air Jordan 1, and Bruce Kilgore designed the Air Force 1. And both were Nike's best sellers. But sometimes, over-perfection backfires badly. They designed a shoe which can be used for performance, and as well as people could wear it with a three-piece suit. And after several months of hard work, they designed this shoe. I know many of you must have liked Air Jordan 2, and the same happened at the time of its launch in 1986. The only problem was that there were more people who did not like it, and among them was Michael Jordan. If you look closely, Nike's logo was not clearly used in this shoe, which was a surprising thing. Also, in order to improve the quality, it was produced in Italy, due to which the production cost became very high, and it was launched at a retail price of $100, which was a huge amount at that time. Let us tell you that the retail price of a Jordan 1 was $65. Now, it was not that because of Jordan 2 company may have suffered a lot of losses. The only thing was that it was not as successful as the Air Jordan 1. According to Michael Jordan, it was too heavy in weight, and he was also very disappointed with the fact that no value was given to his advice in designing Air Jordan 2. So he made up his mind that after the completion of his 5-year contract in 1989, he will leave the Nike. Now, Nike dismissed Kilgore and Moore from designing team of Air Jordan, and in his place, they replaced him with a young designer, Tinker Hatfield, who was entrusted with the task of designing the Air Jordan 3. Finally, after several months of hard work, this shoe was ready, and now it was the turn to show it to Michael Jordan. For this work, Tinker himself took a flight to California. And as expected, the very first glimpse of this shoe won the heart of Michael Jordan because all his requirements were kept in mind while making it. According to the requirements of Michael, the weight of this shoe was kept low, and it is a mid-top shoe. Also, the Air Jordan 3 was the first sneaker that used Jordan Brand's iconic Jumpman logo. The Air Jordan 3 proved to be a lifesaver for Nike. It completely changed Michael Jordan's intention to separate from Nike, and also the sneakerheads liked it very much. After this success, Nike created a legacy, and they never reduced their prices, nor do they give any discount. That is why, when a person purchases shoes worth thousands, he believes that if he wants, he can keep this shoe with him for some time and sell it at a higher price. Similarly, friends, if you want to know how other shoe companies established a brand like Nike worldwide, you can let us know in the comments. By the way, friends, do you find it worth spending thousands on these shoes or not? Do tell us by commenting. That's all for today.